There we go, back again. It's been a while since I've had the cameras out, I cannot lie to you. Not been doing a great deal of fishing, to be honest. I've just been super busy with work. Obviously it's school holidays, so I've had the kids. And yeah, not done a great deal. I've had a couple of fishing trips, but I've just not taken the cameras with me. There was one trip I took the cameras up to the Bristol Channel, but I had one tiny strap hill, so it wasn't really worth the editing to get a video out there, to be honest. Had a good session up North Devon a few weeks back, probably about 4 or 5 weeks now actually. Can't think what we're on. Yeah, probably about 4 weeks ago. Had some good fun on the smooth hounds, but other than that, not much to report really. I've done a bit of local fishing around Brixham and stuff, getting into a few mackerel just to stock up the bait freezer ready for winter, but yeah. Not done a great deal, so hopefully we can get into a few fish on this session. It is currently just gone midnight. 2.5 hours ago I was sat on my sofa watching other people fishing on YouTube, and that got me excited. So yeah, decided to hop in the van. High water's at about 6:20 in the morning, so I decided either drive up really early and get my head down for a few hours, or jump straight in the van, drive up here now, just chill out, make a coffee, and maybe head over shortly. But yeah, that's where we're at. So yeah, I've decided to come to Chesil. That's it really. Obviously, if you've watched my previous videos, you know I won't bother posting unless I get into some fish. So if you're seeing this, that means I've definitely had a few fish out. Other than that, don't really know what else to say. It's been a while. I'm doing the intro now just purely because it's going to be dark when I'm setting up, so it'll be a bit of a nightmare with the filming and stuff. I've obviously got a light with me, and I will talk you through what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, I just thought I'd do the intro now and get that part out of the way, get set up because it's going to be a bit annoying in the dark, and then hopefully get a few fish out. I'm going to be fishing high water. Sunrise is around 6 o'clock, so it's bang on sort of like first light, which got me excited, which is why I put myself out to leave my house at about 10 o'clock this evening. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but I think if I have a nap now for an hour or two, it will just make me feel worse. So I'm going to stay awake. I'm going to stick the kettle on, sort my bits out, head on over, get set up, and then I'll bring you back as soon as everything's up and running, I guess. Wish me luck. Hopefully you'll be in some fish this session. Like I say, I've not put a video out for a while, but I'm going to try and be a bit more on it. Yeah, it's just been busy. But yeah, hopefully we get in some action. I'll see you shortly.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Right then, we are partially set up on the beach. You have to excuse the super bright light, it is so dark at the minute. It is approaching a new moon, but there's a lot of cloud cover. But yeah, I'm going to be fishing 3 rods today. I've got a little scratching rod, and I'm whacking 2 out as far as I can, to be fair. On one of the rods I'm going to be fishing an up and over, which you're probably used to from my other videos. And there's a 5/0 circle. There's obviously the dongle, so it's an up and over on a dongle. That's the dongle braid there. That is a 5/0 circle to a perfection loop, and it's 70-pound snud into a power swivel and 70-pound rig body. If I can untangle it, into a pulley bead and on that pulley bead's an imp, and there's your Gemini up and over. So yeah, one of the rods being up and over rig. My other rod I'm going to be using, if I can find where I've put it, a 3-hook flapper, but with this it's only got tiny hooks on. It's a 3-hook flapper rig, but with pop-ups as well. So that's just going to be popped up on the bottom with little baits. Basically just scratching around, to be honest, see what's out there. If I can untangle it, I should have prepared all this. And that again is the same, it's a £70 rig body all the way through. And then I've got just a swivel on the line, locked off, and then that's £25 amnesia down to little hooks and a little pop-up. 3 of those. Like I say, just scratching about really. I think there's still a few spider crabs around at the minute, so I have one rig popped up, the other one on the bottom, and the rig I'm putting in close is actually another pop-up style rig, which I made just now in the van whilst getting ready. Basically what I plan to do with this one is just got a swivel at the top, £70 again, straight through, and then where I've got, my God, it would help if I untangled everything. I've just got a lead clip on the bottom, and then I've trapped a swivel just on the line, and off that I've got about 2.5 foot, I would say, hook length. And then what I've done is I've just crimped the float, so that'll be popped up, and then the hook's just with some bait on there. Lead's obviously locked on the bottom, and that's just going to be popped up floating. Just going to chuck that in close to see what's out there really. Like I say, filming's going to be a bit difficult at the minute because it's pitch black. And yeah, so I won't be able to show you any casting or what rods and stuff I'm using, but we'll do that as the sun starts coming up later. It's about, let's see what the time is, 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, about 3.5 hours before high. Just going to get some baits on and get the session underway. Bait wise today, I've brought me some mackerel, which I've freshly caught but frozen. I've got some anchovy, I've got some sand eels, and I've got some razorfish. I'm mainly going to be fishing with mackerel and anchovy, to be fair. To start with, this is the first rod going out. Don't like fishing big baits, as you know. Just lock that off. Probably be easier showing you this later on when it's a bit lighter. Well, I've got both the baits out. The pop-up rig is out, and the first one I cast out with mackerel and anchovy on the up and over, and that one's just had a bite. It's just gently tapping away. I think I'll check it, because it's been out there a little bit now anyway. Obviously you're not going to be able to see much, but definitely some weight. Picked up someone else's line by the looks of it. Yeah, I picked up, my rig's back, but I've picked up someone else's line that's obviously cracked off out there. scratching rods. The one with the pop-ups on has gone a bit slack as well at the minute. I'll just get this in. Got a couple of leads there and a few pop-ups. Pop-up rig, couple of leads. Don't say it's full of that out there. Line snags. But yeah, I was definitely having a, well, I say I was having a bite. It might have been this lot drifting into it. Get this sorted. I'll get that pop-up rig in as well because that's gone slack at the minute. Three leads. And a shit ton of shock leader. Let's tighten back up a bit now. I'll just leave that pop-up rig out there a minute. We'll see what's going on with that. What a mess for the first cast. I'm not going to bother with the third rod yet, it's just a bit of a mess at the minute. I'll get this rig sorted back out and then we'll see what's going on. Just had a really good pull down on this pop-up. The triple pop-up rig. And it's gone slack. Yeah, we got something on. 3 leads, by the way, on that other lot I just reeled in. So it's kind of a result, but not ideal. There's loads of that line and stuff out there. Yeah, we've definitely got a fish on here. Doesn't feel very big, but it's definitely a fish. We've actually got a double shot. We have, by the looks of it, a bream. Got a little pouting and a black bream. Ideal. Oh, sorry, it was a triple shot. There is one absolutely tiny pouting. We'll get that one straight back in a minute. There we go. One little pouting up the top. And a lovely little black bream. Just there. Let me turn my headlight off. Just on the triple pop-up rig. Get this guy back. Yeah, it's definitely a black bream. It's hard to see with it's dark. I'll get these back and we'll get some more baits out. And try and sort out the mess of a tangle my other rod's still in. That's a good start to the session. 3 new leads and a little black bream and 2 pouting. So we're definitely not blanking. I feel all over the place at the minute though, because obviously reeling those 3 rigs in, there's line everywhere, so I haven't had a chance to get that other rod out yet. And obviously this one got hit. So yeah, I'm going to rebait this, get this pop-up rig back out. Bream was a little bit small really, I want one a little bit bigger and I'll take it to eat, but that can be my lunch later if we get some of them. But yeah, I'll get these rebaited. Like I say, it's a bit of a pain showing everything at the minute with it being so dark. Don't know what the camera's going to pick up. I haven't filmed for a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. But yeah, let's keep it going. Straight away, pop-up rod going already. I've only just cast it out. Probably not going to be able to see it on the camera, but just had a lovely little pull down then. I will be getting this third rod out, but my plan is, obviously once I've filleted the mackerel off for these two, I'm going to just chuck the head on with it flapping just literally in the gutter just before the light starts coming up. See if there's any bass around. Let's get this mackerel out in the gutter close. All I'm going to do is literally leftover mackerel. I've cut the backbone out. I'm just going to open its mouth. I'm going to go in and out through the skull, between the eyes. Just like that. I'm just going to chuck that in the gutter and see if anything comes along. And then sort the other two rods out, because they've been out a little while now. I had a couple of little pulls on the 3-hook flapper, but it's sort of come to nothing at the minute unless there's just fish sat on it. I need to check the up and over because there is a little bit of crab activity out there, but yeah, let's chuck this one out in the gutter and see. Let's whack it out and see what's about. I am actually getting stripped with the up and over rig that's on the bottom. Obviously this is another reason that I like using the dongle setup, because it's getting stripped by crabs, but the actual line ain't getting damaged because the bait's obviously below the hook. But not ideal, those baits ain't lasting long up there on the bottom. Just got to try and fish through them. Say the other two have popped up. Which I need to check in a minute. But yeah, I'll just keep these going out and report back if anything else happens. Well, there's not actually a great deal happening at the minute. It's gone a bit quiet. We are an hour and a half off of high water. But yeah, all 3 rods are out, which is good. We've got the mackerel head in close in the gutter. On the left hand side we've got the up and over, which has got anchovy and mackerel on. And the triple pop-up has got 3 little bits of mackerel on again as well. She's tapping away. That's the triple pop-up rig. Not sure if it's gone over my other line, annoyingly. That's a big scad. That is a big scad. Pop-up rig doing the business. Double shot of scad there. One of them's a pretty nice size, to be fair. Let's get these guys unhooked. Check that out. That is not a bad scad. Ooh. Well, now the light's starting to come up. Let's try and show you this rig a bit better. But this is what's doing the business. It's literally a free pop-up rig, and all I'm doing is just chucking a chunk of mackerel on each bit. Nothing special, nothing fancy. It's out fishing everything in a minute. That's 1 black bream, 2 pout, and 2 scad now. Missed a couple of little bites. But yeah, the light's just starting to come up, so fingers crossed we get into a few more. So I've actually decided to keep that bigger scad because I think that's a PB for me. I'm just going to weigh it and we will see. I don't think I've ever had one over a pound, so let's have a look. That is 1 pound 4 ounces. 1 pound. Yeah, 1 pound 4 ounce on the nose. Probably can't see it. That is a PB scad for me. What a result. I'm either going to use it for bait or eat it in a bit because I'm starving. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll keep the baits going. We'll keep seeing what else is out there. But that is a lovely size scad. £1.04. Definitely a PB for me. I don't think I've never had one over a pound, so what a result so far. Right hand pop-up rod's going again. I imagine that's another scad. Always when you're baiting up, eh? Yeah, I better get that one in a minute. I've only got little hooks on there, so I don't want it to have a chance to get off. Yeah, she's rattling away. My money's on another scad. Fish on. I have been awake since 6:30 Tuesday morning, and it is now about 5:45 Wednesday. That's another nice scad. Not as big as the one just now, but still a nice size again. I think I'll keep this one as well. Another scad. Good little eating size. Or for bait, we'll see. But yeah, I'll keep that one. Let's keep that pop-up rig going out. That is winning at the minute. Right, let's try and get this up and over, back out. Obviously there's a load of scad coming through at the minute. Just leave that pop-up in for 2 seconds. So yeah, basically that's all I'm doing. It's just an anchovy and mackerel wrap, basically, on the up and over. Bit hit and miss with the crabs. Now and then it's coming in. Crabbed a little bit and then other times not, so that's quite good. first couple of times I reeled it in, it was pretty stripped, which didn't give me much hope, but it seems to have calmed down a little bit now. So yeah, usual really, like my other videos, just on the dongle. Which, like I say, has helped me with the old spider crab situation, because I don't get cut off nowhere near as much, because obviously they can't, well, the bait's below the hook, so they're not really pinching the main line. There we go. It's nice and light now. Hopefully now it's getting light, the crabs don't come on the feed again. But we will see. Got a bit of a mismatch of rods with me today actually. I have got my Ron Thompson accelerator, very powerful rod, very old, but I love it. This is an old Abu Ambassador Elite, again very old rod, a little bit of a more supple tip, but just thought I'd bring that one, chuck it in the gutter. And then this one is an old Century compressor. I actually got this off my dad's mate Ray, who doesn't actually fish anymore, but that rod has seen miles and miles of coastline and plenty of specimen fish. Got my Akio shuttles on 2 of them, and then on this one that's in the gutter it's just a little Abu Ambassador 6,500. Well, it's just gone high water and it's gone a bit quiet. Not much is happening at the minute. I might chop one of them scads up in a second, stick some of that on for some fresh bait. But yeah, it seems to have quietened down a little bit. And it's gone slack. I imagine it's more scad. Another scad. If you're wondering who I keep talking to, my dad's come along. He's fishing over to the right of me. This one's probably going to go back. I've got enough bait on me, so don't need to keep them all. Pop-up rig again. Seems to be the only rig working at the minute. But yeah, let's get this little chap back and get another bait out. I think we'll have to call it there. We're 2.5 hours after high water now, and it is gone dead. And I am absolutely shattered. So yeah, I think I'm gonna slowly start packing down. go have a refresh and then come back over this evening potentially. But I've got 2 out still. I'll leave them for a little bit longer. But yeah, obviously I will bring you back if I get anything else. If not, then I'll see you on the next video. I'll try and keep them coming a bit more. Like I said, I've just been super busy recently, so I've not been able to get out much, but got plenty of bait stocked up in the freezer. The kids will be back in school soon, so I'll have a bit more time to just get out. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Until then, tight lines.